Welcome back to hell. This is the High Mage, and we're doing a better audio version of the Flicker Mage build. Also figured out how to expand the skill tree, so that's great. First off, we got Firebolt, just for the Firebolt enchantment to catch everything on fire. We got Arc Lash, because this is an Arc Lash build. Enhance Arc Lash, Glinting Arc Lash for the cooldowns to everything. Skip over core skills, nothing over here. Down to defensive skills, we got the Flame Nova, with 3 of those points coming from the boots. We got the Enhanced Flame Shield with the Shimmering Flame Shield to restore half of your missing life. Very good for those moments you get down to 5-10% HP. We got Teleport with 4 ranks from the boots as well. Enhanced Teleport. This is somewhere we forked off from the main Arc Lash build. We picked up Mystical Teleport for 4 seconds after teleporting. Crackling Energy hits 2 extra enemies, which brings us up to 6. Normally it's 3, but we'll get down to that other extra point. Glass Cannon, 4. 1 from the Raiment of the Infinite, and 3 from an Amulet, I believe. Super good, but you're taking 21% multiplicative damage too, so you gotta be careful. Elemental Attunement. This is to up our lucky hit chance to reset defensive skills every 10 seconds. 15% chance. We also got Ice Armor with no enchantments or enhancements. Frost Nova. We got the Enhanced Frost Nova to reduce cooldown by a second, up to 4 seconds per enemy hit, so you're usually going to hit a shitload of enemies. We got the Mystical Frost Nova to add vulnerable for 4 seconds, but we're running about 50% cooldown, additional cooldown duration. So that's realistically getting bumped up to about 6 seconds. We got Precision Magic, increases our lucky hit chance by 15%. That's good for our build. We got 1 rank of Align the Elements, 3 of Protection, because you want to have Barrier for all the barrier aspects. We'll go over the armor momentarily. Conjuration Mastery. You usually got about 5 Lightning Spears floating around while you got the Unstable Currents up, and we're sitting at about at least 70% uptime when we want to be. We got 1 rank of Inner Flames here, merely to get to Devouring Blaze. I'm working on an immobilized build, but right now nothing feels good, so I just got those aspects sitting off to the side. We got Ball Lightning here. We got the Double Ticks, 200% attack speed. We also got every 4 hits, Crackling Energy is formed. Is that to 1 enemy? Yeah, well, it ticks double fast, so they only need to be in it for 2 ticks, and it's going to make Crackling Energy. We got Unstable Currents with its both of its buffs, I guess. We got Coursing Currents to increase our critical hit chance by 3% per hit that we don't get one. I rarely see it go over 3. We got enemies deal 15% less damage for roughly 8 seconds after being critically struck by shock skills, which is our main shit. We got Overflowing Energy over here, which helps to cool down the Unstable Current substantially. We'll see that in action here shortly. Over to the Paragon board. We got the base board. At first you just want to go this way. Straight up, get your glyph socket, keep on moving. Our first board we choose is Burning Instinct. We're going to go up left, get our glyph socket. I'm running Territorial. Oh, in the first socket we're running Reinforced, my bad. We want to pick up this Kindling before we shoot off into the next board, which is Frigid Fate. Should you fork off and do a Ice Blades build, you'll want to pick this up. But if you're sticking straight to the build, don't worry about it for now. Going to come this way, go in the straight line until you get the glyph, and then kind of fill this in afterwards. Make your way down here. You're going to pick up the Ceaseless Conduit. Its Crackling Energy has a 25% chance not to consume, and Crackling Energy's damage is increased by 2% multiplicative per 20 intelligence. We're sitting at 66 times right now. Over here we got Unleash. It's a bonus to blue nodes. As you can see, we're getting 20% on these crackling energies. We get 16 dex per dexterity here. These are supposed to be 7. 16, that's more than doubled. Then obviously we're going to pick up that. We're going to pick up the Ceaseless Conduit. Right now I'm picking up the rest of these. I'll make my way towards this gate. Haven't decided where I'm going with that gate yet. But, as I'm making my way there, I'm filling in this lightning damage and crackling energy over here. That's about it for the Paragon. If we head on over to our equipment, we got the helmet. And, preferable stats on your helmet's going to be like cooldown, basic skill attack. The willpower is just, it's not suboptimal. We got total armor. That's one of the preferred ones. I'm not sure what else rolls on the helmet, but if there's like vulnerable damage or crit damage, you're going to want that. Raiment, you should know what that is. Key to most builds. On the gloves, we got the crackling energy has a chance to chain, which probably forgot to mention about the overflowing energy. This is where we get the 6 from. It adds an additional. So the base is 4. If we teleport, it's 6. So having a max chance of 6 and a 40% chance to double hit with it, that means you could get roughly 1.2 seconds per orb if you're incredibly lucky. We're running double Frost Nova. We want that as low as possible, but any roll works because we're cooling it off. I do believe there's also a bug right now where you can get a maximum of 8 seconds off of your double Frost Nova because the where is it at? This scales with the two charges, so you can get up to 8 seconds per cast. Super broken, I know, but that's just the way it's working right now. Our boots, we got teleport and flame shield. Preferably you want 2 of your defense skills on here, +3 +4. We got 3 evade charges to pair with our teleport enchantment. We got damage to immobilize, stunned, or frozen. That's 34% multiplied, so times 0.3 damage essentially. Over here we got glass cannon. We got cooldown reduction, shock skill damage, super vital to a lightning mage, obviously. All of our enemies are burning that we attack, like 90% of the time, so that's a flat out 16% damage reduct. We got deal 24% times increased damage while you have a barrier. We most of the time have a barrier. We got 5 barriers to pop just in teleport. Vulnerable damage while you have a barrier up. Again, those two pair together. And we got 20% increased critical strike chance against injured enemies, which some would call that not very relevant, but I'm sitting at about 50% critical strike chance, so as soon as they hit that 35% health range, we're fucking them up. 40% increased crowd control duration, so 40. And where's the other one? 60%, so we got 60% crowd control duration, which is pretty much anything that affects movement. That's the items. Let's go see this shit in action. Like and subscribe. I know some of you might not make it much farther, but yeah, let's go fuck some shit up. I think we're gonna spend probably a few seconds walking around here, but fuck that guy. Crackling energy for no reason. Just kill everything. I mean, preferably we don't want to do single target because we're mages, but you know, we do what we have to. Let's just see. Fuck all these little enemies. I'm gonna try to get to some big hordes and see what I can do. Obviously no elites there. What we care about is elites. One of those last rare nodes I showed you was called a hunter killer, and that's flat out, I believe it was 16% damage to elites, which we're probably already picking some of that up off the other Paragon nodes, but you go back and screenshot those and grab all the same shit and you'll be right here along with me doing the same kind of damage. It doesn't seem like much when I don't have barrier up, but we're swiping like 20Ks consistently. Even the crackling energy is going to hit vulnerable enemies for a decent amount. Yeah, I think that was 60k. Yeah, you can see I'm not utilizing that 8 seconds per pop very well. God, where is the champion at? Waste, Lethal Shrine. This is going to make us seem a little bit more OP, but we'll take use out of it. All the Lethal Shrine does is pretty much make you crit every single time. Never forget the anima. That is a huge fuck up right there. We're going to carry it down to the next anima carrier. Animus, whatever the fuck. Oh my god. These fucking pillars. Ooh, my armor is getting there. Oh, we're just going to go down a different lane this time. I lost respect for myself a little bit. Should be looping back around to the other dickhead that just got me with his pillars. Oh, this is a fire dickhead. I'm gonna get fucked. Mage a little bit squishy. I really need to fix our resistances because I should be having a shitload of them. What do we got? Snakes. All these assholes are fucking snakes. Back to this guy. Ooh, the poison is strong in this fucking dungeon. This is not a good showcase. I just pop some extra damage to snakes though, so don't ever be afraid to utilize your whatever it is, the elixirs. Erase that asshole. Don't want to get caught in that fucking fire. Where else do we have to go? I thought this one had better mob density, honestly. Just couldn't line up the stars to get off a video on my Champion's Demise sigils. Probably the most preferable showcase. High mob density. Definitely S tier dungeon still. The regular one, I mean, the regular one wasn't that great. It was in the beginning, but they nerfed it. We got back where we are. With this Nightmare Dungeon XP boost, what you can do is pretty good amount of XP. They say that half the XP is in 85 to 100, but I'm get roughly a node a dungeon, which is, I'll say that's pretty good because I was running like 4 dungeons before to get any shit done at all. Man, what a joke. The amount of mobs is just not beneficial to this build. Single target damage, I mean, we do okay, but you saw we need to hit a lot of shit at once to really knock down our cooldowns. Otherwise, we're not having very much of a good time. I'm hoping this is a slay all enemies section, but nope. Destroy War Devise. Should be some pretty good mob density though. Yep. Here we go. Now the fucking showcase is on. I even think that cooldown shit might be busted because you'll see that I just hit like 10 enemies or 15 enemies at once, and I just completely cooled my shit down at one section, like one go. You see how it goes with the single target. It's not the most preferable. Well, here we go. One word of eyes. We're just going to start trying to shred this bitch. The enemies will come. We'll take care of the enemies. We'll see what happens. Man, who is this dickhead? Can't remember the dungeon rules too perfectly, but I don't think they should be too detrimental to me. Obviously, I'm not completely optimized on this build either. There's definitely some stat rolls that could be tremendously better. Getting that input bug. I thought I popped my shit an hour ago and it didn't go off. Yeah, this one's a rather simple dungeon to run if you're just trying to get the boost or the glyph XP. Just gotta break that last ward of eyes and that's the dungeon. Here we go. I don't think there's a boss. I mean, I could be wrong. Nope. That was it. Man, this guy does not want to die. Oh, there we go. We got him. That's the Flicker Mage 2.1.1. Like and subscribe.